Hello, hello.
Hey guys.
Day.
Good day. Good afternoon, we should say.
Afternoon.
It is 1:30 in the
time
afternoon.
for lunch. So yeah, here in Comodoro Rivadavia, all checked into our hotel.
Yeah.
Freshened up a little bit. Ready to hit the town.
Primed and coiffed. Well,
and coiffed.
in my case, not so much.
So the plan today, we noticed there are some seafood restaurants in town with really high ratings, and we haven't had seafood in a long time. I'm craving it.
It's been ages, and in fact, is this our first coastal destination of the whole trip? Oh no, in
let's not forget
kind
Uruguay.
of in Uruguay, yeah,
Uruguay.
that's true. But in Argentina, it is.
Yes.
And so, yeah, it's time to indulge in seafood. Yeah, seafood is very underrated in Argentina. I mean, Argentina is obviously known for its steak, its pastas, its pastries.
It's pizzas.
It's pizzas. But my goodness, it does good seafood too.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's wines, of course.
Yes. So yeah, we're gonna go grab some lunch, take you for a little coastal walk along the Atlantic Ocean.
And yeah, we're just kind of gonna be scouting out the city for the first time.
Yes.
Comodoro Rivadavia. This will be our first impressions, along with some great food. So let's go check it out.
Let's get to it. We kicked off our first morning in Comodoro Rivadavia with a walk down to the beach. This was our first time back on the coast, so we had to get a glimpse of the Atlantic. We walked through a local park, saw some kids skateboarding, people working out, and we also came across a group of dogs enthusiastically running alongside lifeguards in training. That alone made our morning. For lunch, we went to a restaurant called Cayo Coco del Mar, and of course, we had to order seafood. So, the cocktails are here, and we both went for pisco sours. Ooh, the table's shifting already. I got one with grape juice, and Sam got the classic with lime juice.
Yep. It's been ages since I've had one of these. Maybe the last time we were in Peru a year and a half ago. We were looking at wine and we're like, yeah, maybe we could get a wine, but then we saw that they had piscos and we're like, oh my gosh, we gotta get a pisco, especially for our Peruvian viewers.
Ooh, okay. Gracias.
As we were just talking about the food, look what arrived.
Oh my God.
An amazing looking platter. You've got a delicious looking soup. So
mine looks good, but as always, like Sam is just good at this whole ordering business.
It's gonna be a feast.
Can't wait to try some of them.
We can share both of them.
I ordered the seafood casserole, and it is divine. Made for the sea gods.
Made from the sea gods, just for you, Audrey.
Yes.
What do you got in there?
Beautiful presentation, let me tell you, with these jumbo shrimp hanging out here.
Yeah.
There's lots of calamari, fish, more shrimp. These little guys, I always forget the name of them.
Scallops?
Everything is so tender. Not scallops, not oysters, the other ones. What are they called? And the little black shells?
Mussels.
Mussels. It has mussels.
Whoa.
It is delicious. Not spicy, but just really savory and jam-packed with flavor.
Oh, we haven't had seafood in so long. It's just so exciting to be eating it. And the sun's coming back out again, guys. Look at this. We're gonna have a nice little beach walk after. Oh man, this is a feast, and we have really nice drinks to go with it. This is just a great introduction to being back along the Patagonian coast.
Sam is a happy boy indeed.
This is a buffet on a plate. This is an incredible platter. I love how it's both hot and cold items. I think that's so cool. Normally when you get a combination platter like this, it's one or the other. In fact, it's often, usually you get like fried or you get fresh. And this is everything.
Best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds. So before I even start, let's get some lemon going. Oh, look at that, guys. Oh, that is a juicy piece of lemon.
I squirted lemon across the restaurant earlier.
Yeah, and I did again too. Let's try these one by one. So we'll start off with the calamari.
Calamari is delish, let me tell you.
Oh. Wow. Beautifully fried too. Not too much batter, not too much salt.
Can you try that cheesy thing over there? Because I've been eyeing that.
I think that's baked shrimp, guys.
Shrimp.
Oh yeah.
Shrimpy au fromage.
That's the star of the show.
Yes.
Baked shrimp and a cream sauce with Parmesan cheese melted on top. Oh yeah. Look at this. We've got more shrimp here on the skewer.
With bacon. That's the one I tried.
Man. Delicious feast, guys.
Dessert was a tasting platter featuring 7 desserts, each one more delightful than the first. We were almost bordering on gluttony here, but who can say no to trying a little bit of everything?
Do you have a favorite amongst them all?
It might be the chocolate mousse, to be honest.
Wow.
It's really, really nice.
I'm gonna put the camera down and start getting after some too.
And fruit salad.
Oh my gosh, what a marvelous meal that was.
Indeed.
Woohoo! I feel spoiled here. I wasn't expecting it to be that good, truth be told. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. And in terms of price point, that came to just over 3,000 pesos, 3,070 to be exact. 51 US dollars. That was a splurge alert meal.
For sure.
But
worth it.
Worth every penny, every peso, I should say. I'd go back there again. I'd go back there tomorrow and the day after. But we will try a different place. But it was amazing. And what's really changed is when we first walked here, we were looking out at the water and marveling at how it looked like we were in Cuba or something. Beautiful, clear turquoise waters.
Turquoise waters, that's changed.
Yeah, the weather has changed as had been predicted. I remember looking at the forecast this morning and being like, there's no way there's gonna be any clouds or thunderstorms today. And well, the clouds did come. And so now it's a little grayer. But that also means that there's not as many people on the beach. And yeah, we're just gonna have a little walk down here before we head back into town.
Oh, and you know what was really cool?
What?
Seeing the lifeguards training and the stray dogs joining them.
Oh, that was amazing. I got such a good shot from high above. And then one of the lifeguards came up to us and wanted to see the clips afterwards. Really nice guy. He's training and hopefully he's gonna get a full-time job sometime in the new year.
That afternoon, we enjoyed a stroll along the boardwalk. We noticed there was a storm brewing and that the skies were getting quite a bit darker by the minute, so we decided to pick an attraction close to our hotel and ended up visiting the Museo Ferroportuario, which is a museum that focuses on the link between the port and the railway in this oil town. Socks and sandals, Sam. He's coming on down.
Going on down. I got blisters the last time I went barefoot with these sandals, so I'm going fashion. I'm being fashion forward here.
Fashion forward, socks and sandals.
Better believe it.
What have you found?
This is the most interesting exhibit so far, at least for me. These are different lighthouses of Patagonia. Take a look at the poster over here. It says exactly that. The Faros de la Patagonia, lighthouses. And they have replica models and they also have information of where they are located. So if you wanted to make an interesting challenge for yourself, you could come to Patagonia and try to visit maybe not all of them, but most of them.
Or all of them, rent a car and visit all of them.
There you go, there's a challenge for you.
Also, these are squeaky floors, hey?
Oh, and I'm noticing out the window here, there's a Coca-Cola, a faded Coca-Cola sign on a building.
Lead us there, lead us to the Coke bottle. We are thirsty people, thirsty folks. Ah, I see it. I think we're gonna need the zoom lens for this, but it's on that building. That evening, we chose a restaurant near our hotel, which worked out well for Sam because there were pizzas on the menu. Also, as a little behind the scenes, this was the day I learned I was going to be an aunt, and now we have our little nephew Sebastian in our lives. So it was a bit of a celebratory dinner. We had lunch today at Cayo Coco del Mar. Now we're having dinner at Cayo Coco, and both restaurants are owned by the same person. That's why it's got a similar name.
Yeah, different menus though.
Different menus. The other one was all seafood. This one is more traditional dishes, but I wanted a salad, something lighter. So I got a shrimp, avocado, palm heart salad. And that looks divine and tastes even better.
Guys, I've been tucking into my delicious shrimp pizza, a regional delicacy of this area. Basically, if you want to have an authentic regional pizza from here, you gotta get something with seafood. Oh, they make really good pizzas here. I've already been tucking in a little bit. Copious amounts of cheese. Big shrimp. Totally delicious. And to go with this, I got a little bottle of red wine, Valmont from Mendoza.
Sure.
Cheers.
For you.
Cheers to the delicious food here. We've had great luck with the food so far in the city. Hey guys, we're back. Oh my gosh.
A little bit wet, a little bit soaked.
More food. I can't believe we had more food.
It was his
delicious.
idea.
It was. This time you can blame me. Often it's you, but this time it's me. So overall, a great day though, huh?
It was an excellent introduction to Comodoro Rivadavia. I've got to say, way better than I imagined. I feel like everyone paints such a negative picture about this oil town that I was just like, oh my gosh, what have we gotten ourselves into?
Yeah. Like the first thing I guess that really surprised me was just the beach areas. There's some great boardwalks and there's some beaches to walk on. So we're gonna take advantage of that. I think we'll be starting our mornings off doing that. Also, the town is very developed, as you noticed when we were coming in.
For sure.
You can tell that this town has money. There's really nice hotels, there's really nice condos, lots of restaurants,
casinos,
there's lots of banks in our area. You chose a really good place for us to stay. Like, we're right in the center of it all. We're just a couple blocks away from the coastline, and we're nearby restaurants and other areas. The city's very walkable. And we should also talk a little bit about the history of this place. It was really interesting reading about here because originally this town was founded as a gateway to what is now a smaller community. I believe it's called Sarmiento. So originally Sarmiento was a city that's more inland. Yeah. And they developed this town to be a coastal town for there.
Yeah, so that Sarmiento would have access to a port and be able to, export and ship out their whatever they produce. So they started drilling for water here. They were trying to make a well, find some water to drink, and instead they struck gold. Oil more like it.
Oil more like it. And so obviously this place has developed to the point of being the second biggest city in all of Patagonia, which is quite impressive. Only Neuquén is larger. Yeah. And so it's
and that includes, have I mentioned that includes Chilean Patagonia as well? Yeah. Not just Argentine Patagonia.
Right. And I believe there's 2 million people in Patagonia in total, if I remember correctly.
That part I don't know. Yeah.
But this is the second biggest city in all of Patagonia. And so far we've enjoyed it. Also, a benefit for us is that the internet's been great here.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? Not just in the hotel. Like, we have unlimited speeds when it comes to uploads. Yeah. And then we were walking in the center of town past this other cafe, and we saw a whole bunch of businessmen on their laptops. Yeah. So it looks like it's a good place to get work done, which is good news for us. I have more first impressions to share.
Oh, what's that?
It's very windy here. So today, we were walking down the street. I feel like my hat's about to blow off every minute. Yeah. But also, you get these wind tunnels forming, and then you get like these little dust whirlwinds, and like, they look like mini tornadoes. Like, you're walking down the sidewalk and like you see these little mini tornadoes forming. Yeah. And then like these gusts of wind just like blow dirt in your face, and you're like, oh, I can't see. And you're walking down the sidewalk. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's windy in Patagonia. It's no joke.
Yeah, it's windy in Patagonia, and then it's doubly windy being by the coast.
Yes.
So. Oh, the other thing I noticed too is that it is more expensive here, both in grocery stores and at restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
We had one of our more expensive restaurant meals of the whole trip. Mm-hmm. Also one of our best ones, by the way. Mm-hmm. But just going and shopping for groceries, like I've got this idea of what things cost now, having been shopping for a while in Argentina in various regions, and it is the most expensive so far. Mm-hmm. But overall, we like it here. And we're happy we've got a couple more days. We're going to get some work done. We're going to eat well. And we're going to show you a bit more of what you can do here. So stay tuned for that. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next time.